Right,
Mr. Speaker, all I can say to the Leader of the Opposition, he's wrong in his facts, but one of the things that's worth looking at is one looks at in some areas where there was a reduction of training. That was simply because the completion rates in those courses were so abysmal that actually there was no training actually taking place.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Speaker, if the Prime Minister claims I'm wrong in my facts, does he deny that 57.7 million has been cut from industry training on the basis that demand for trainees had reduced? 32.9 million has been cut from industry training, from ITOs dealing with health and safety courses, and that Mr Joyce took $55 million out of skilled training last year through the supplementary estimates.
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, no, I can't confirm those facts. What I can confirm is the government's very focused on good outcomes. That is a big difference between this government and the previous Labor government. That simply through money, well, look, I tell you what is happening is obviously the Labor Party is training people in Te Tau Tokara because none of them are here today.
Order the
point of
order. The Honourable Trevor Mallard, point of order.
Mr Speaker, I think you are aware that there's a cross-party agreement with regard to those people who are concerned about Christchurch being there. Mr Speaker, we happen to win seats there,
order.
And our members,
Order.
stay there.
Order. That's enough of that sort of thing. Now, the Prime Minister erred on two counts. One is there is a cross-party agreement that Canterbury members can be looking after the needs of their constituents and treated as present, and he also knows it's not in order to refer to anyone's absence from the House. And the Honourable Trevor Mallard erred in his point of order because he put a political statement in his point of order that was totally unnecessary. So I guess that's one all, but let's not have the score go any higher today. The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Supplementary question, Mr Speaker. If the Prime Minister is worried about youth unemployment, why has he allowed a consistent decline in intakes into apprenticeships since he became Prime Minister? And why doesn't he do something about that instead of looking at cutting the wages paid to young people?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr Speaker, I think the Leader of the Opposition is confused in his facts and incorrect.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Point of order. Mr Speaker, I could ask the permission of the House to table a series of documents from the news media widely reporting the facts that I've just mentioned. You would not normally allow that, but I ask you to consider allowing it on this occasion, since the Prime Minister's standard answer is to reject the facts that he claims are wrong in what I've been saying to him.
Well, order. One of the reasons why we don't do that is the information is readily available to all the House, and what's more, what's printed in the media may be no more fact than anything else. In all my 27 years' experience in this place, it's extremely unlikely to be fact if it's been printed in the media, and that is one reason why we don't actually table recent newspaper clippings. And I realise the member can be frustrated by that kind of answer, but a minister is entitled to dispute information provided in a supplementary question, but they should be careful in doing so, and I'm sure the Prime Minister will have been careful in doing so. The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Point of order, Mr Speaker. Is it in order for the Prime Minister to dispute facts that are available to every member in this House to avoid answering a question?
Well, to address the member's point of order, if that was established to be correct, that would be a very serious issue, because what the member is suggesting there is that a minister not only gave the House incorrect information, but did so to avoid or to impede the business of the House. Now, that is very serious, and that's why ministers should need to be serious, if they need to be careful if they do refute information contained in members' questions. But we do also acknowledge that information in supplementary questions hasn't been validated, and so as Speaker I can't act as a referee on any of that, but certainly refuting the information as a valid answer, were it to be simply to avoid answering a question, that would be a very serious issue.
Further point of order, Mr. Speaker, and it goes, I think, to your original response, and you, I think, were somewhat critical of news media reports and the quality thereof, sir, but in the earlier set of supplementaries, the Leader of the Opposition asked the Leader of the National Party using budget figures that have been tabled in this House, and he disputed those and used that to avoid the question.
Well, order. The member's now getting into debate on the issue, and I don't want to prolong that. But you know, ministers, if they refute information contained in questions, they do need to be careful about doing that. And I've made it very clear that were it to be established, it was done to avoid answering a question. That is to actually, if it was not correct, to give incorrect information that impeded the business of the House, and that would be a serious issue. And that's why, if ministers are going to refute, I mean, members have to be careful making claims in their supplementary questions. I hear all sorts of claims made that even I know may not actually be factual, but I still accept the point that it may be perfectly factual information. If it's refuted, ministers need to be careful about that.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Mr. Speaker, supplementary question to the Prime Minister. Does he believe that a young person doing the same job with the same skills should be paid less than an older person simply because of the younger person's age?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I do, in so much that was why no doubt we thought it was reasonably sensible in Labour brought in the training allowance for a younger person.